turn. Take it right here? No. Should we stop this car and ask them where we are? It's a dead end. Just flag them down and be like, hey, where are we? Are you fucking high right now? Yeah? Another dead end, oh my god. We're not even gonna find water out here, we're gonna starve. We're in the arid desert now. 1,000 miles in each direction from civilization. Yeah. This has gotta be it. Lake Bluff Road. It's just the detour route, you know? Yep. Oh yeah.
Please proceed to land on your assigned pad in a timely manner and refrain from obstructing other docking areas. This is an important announcement. Security surveillance is in effect at this facility at all times. Acts of aggression will be met with an appropriate response. Access to docking facilities requires flight control authorization. Please submit a request before entering the docking bay. This facility offers a range of services. Check your information panel after docking for more details. This is a message to all commanders. Please reduce your speed while maneuvering your ship inside the docking bay. Services at this starport are constantly being updated. Remember to visit every time you pass through the gate. In order to keep main traffic flowing smoothly, please follow standard operating procedures and request docking permission before entering the starport. Unlawful behavior in and around the starport is not permitted. We thank commanders for their cooperation. We would like to welcome all commanders to this facility. Please ensure you complete all docking procedures within the allocated time. We will be forced to respond to aggressive action. For peace of mind, please stow ship weapons while inside the docking bay. This is a flight regulation announcement. Please proceed to land on your assigned pad in a timely manner and refrain from obstructing other docking areas. This facility offers a range of services. Check your information panel after docking for more details. This is a message to all commanders. Please check your speed while maneuvering your ship inside the docking bay. We would like to remind all commanders to avoid blocking access to docking pads during arrival and departure. In order to keep main traffic flowing smoothly, please follow standard operating procedures and request docking permission before entering the starport. To enable to complete docking procedures within the time slot, you'll need to exit the bay and resubmit a docking request. Unlawful behavior in and around the starport is not permitted. We thank commanders for their cooperation. This is a flight regulation requirement. Please do not obstruct the exit corridor during arrival or departure. Thank you, and enjoy your stay. Respond to aggressive action. For peace of mind,
Oh, you guys have already got it going? Nice. You're going to be making tons of money.
If we're gonna die, we can make a bonfire and go out and stop, you know?
please proceed to land on your assigned pad in a timely manner and refrain from
Smoke
obstructing
seconds,
other
by
docking
the
areas.
end.
So you're basically not going to get any sleep for work. Oh, no work tonight? Nice. That's good to not have to go. Oh, nice. Not have to go in on a Monday. Oh, cool. Supply runs are good for me too.
That's much better in typing.
What's going on, Too Fun?
But yeah, we're like 10 minutes away from jumping, and we've been traveling like 5 hours. I'm glad that the last stop didn't take an hour to go in between, because that's a bottleneck system.
So you're along for the ride now, eh?
Yep, we'll get there in 10 minutes, and hopefully there'll be a job open still. If there is, I'll go straight to it. Other than that, there's like a carrier open every 15, 20 minutes. Like this group is highly like organized. Like they got like a spreadsheet with nothing but carriers, like listed over almost like 200 carriers that people, you know, send up to this spot just to unload line.
Stay on the trail. You know what that
Nice.
means? Stay on the trail.
And see, like, the system before the last system is a bottleneck, meaning like it's like 12 carriers in that system, period. So like people are trying to go from the system before that and then the system to the other one, but like you can't get in between because it's so small. Like last month when we got to the last system, we were like in there for almost 2 hours just to wait to get into the very last system. I was like, God damn, I hate doing this shit.
But then it ended up paying off, right?
Oh yeah.
This is a great spot. This is great.
Because that was the time I only needed like 3
Let's go
billion
that
just
fucking
to
hill.
have enough to get the squad carrier.
We'll take a break on the top.
But yeah, just in 5 hours, I can make 2.5 billion per character, and that's all I really need is 5 billion.
You got
So
Well, for us, for sure. I don't know about him.
you might not be too interested in this. You're all into what you're doing, but
Give him all the time in the world.
one of the awesome.
Throwing your shit around, eh?
Oh, go ahead.
I'm just pretty much watching your stream in between.
Oh, one of the awesome EUC riders and racers died yesterday in China testing a new wheel.
Shit.
Rock crawler mode?
Yeah, the community's pretty broken up about it. He was good friends with many of the great riders.
No problem.
And so a little backstory here. The company InMotion just concluded testing and releasing the fastest wheel. I believe you've heard me talk about the P6 that does 93 miles an hour. They sent a team of American riders out to China to test it and work on things before the launch. And so that's InMotion, but there's a few other companies, and whenever someone strikes gold, the other companies try to answer back, right? So now BeGold is putting out their answer to the InMotion P6, and they recruited another team of American riders to go to China and test this wheel out. And we've been getting videos over the last week and a half from China, from Roger and the Americans over there testing it. It looks like a phenomenal wheel. There's a couple other ones they're testing too. And yeah, apparently yesterday or last night they went somewhere to test the top speeds of the thing, and yeah, one of the young riders there came off the wheel, and he is now no longer with us. And I think it's the first American to die on one.
Well, I just looked up that model. That's a unicycle that goes 96 miles per hour?
Yeah, 93. Nobody's been able to get it up that fast because, okay, so leading up to this point, the wheel, the electric unicycle, has been the limiting factor. We get these powerful wheels, but after riding them for a while, you learn how to squeeze every bit of performance out of them, meaning the wheel is the limiting factor, not the rider. Well, now with this new release of the P6 and more wheels to come, now the rider is the limiting factor, because we haven't yet ridden the P6 fast enough to reach its max potential. We can't. It's just wind becomes too much of a factor at that speed, you know?
That and weight too, you think?
It's mostly wind. Once you get up into the 60s and 70s, you can just move your hand out away from your body, and it can make the wheel turn sharply at 60 or 70 miles an hour. So that's why I think the top speed reached right now on the P6 is like 84 miles an hour, and it still has more to give. But we've now had a death too, so.
Can you imagine seeing those things on the highway?
Oh my God, man! It honestly, I know everybody's way of thinking about electric unicycles, or maybe you've not heard of them or thought of them at all. Everybody thinks they're inherently super dangerous, and you know, from outside appearances, it kind of is, but you have to try pretty hard to fuck yourself up on one.
Well, it's not that. I just can't imagine, like, you know, going to Raleigh or whatever, and all of a sudden, like, there's a unicycle passing me on Highway 85.
Yeah, no, I mean, it could be a real possibility because of the price of cars, man. People, I mean, that's what makes this type of thing more and more viable, is because people don't want to pay 80 grand for a fucking car.
I agree. I mean, I'm just glad to finally get paid off on my car after next month.
So that's why you have a bunch of riders like us trying to push the performance, because once we have enough overhead, there will be no worry about cutting the wheel out, or anything like that. And it sounds like the rider that died did not cut the wheel out. It sounds like his power pad that's velcroed to the wheel, so you have something to lean on. It sounds like his power pad came off, and then it fucking dropped him. You got to think these power pads are velcroed to the side of the wheel, and it's all fine and dandy at 10 to 50 miles an hour, probably, right? But when you start really ripping, now you're trusting Velcro to keep you alive from the fucking, you know what I mean? But yeah, just imagine if you were one of the riders that was so infatuated with EUCs that you got so good at it that you were noteworthy in the entire country enough to fly to China to test a new wheel. And imagine you were that lucky to go out and test a wheel, and you get out there and your buddy to the left of you fucking dies, you know? What do you do in that situation? Do you stay and keep testing, or do you like, well, that's it, I'm going home, you know?
I know, it's like for all these years and of like developing shit, and all of a sudden you have to like stop because of shit like that.
Right, yeah, it's like, does the innovation stop because somebody died? Is that the point where we're like, okay, this is too dangerous? Or do we have to rethink about how we attach the power pads to the wheels?
Ship uncoupled. Moderate speed on exit.
I'm on time.
Yeah, because once we get 0 point energy, once you have a battery that can do the same performance that the batteries on my current wheels already do, but in like 10% of the size, then really you will start seeing EUCs on the highway going to Raleigh and shit like that, because when you have a small enough battery, man, that's all you need. That's the only reason why the wheels weigh so much, is because you have to have such a big battery.
I'd ride one to the lake. I mean, it's a 20-minute ride.
Probably be a lot more fun and scenic than in a car.
Yeah, and if I needed to, I can easily just go off-road temporarily to pass cars.
Yep. They got guys in Sweden that put studded tires on them and ride all winter long. But like for me, I'm like, I don't know about all that salt getting into my bearings and shit.
This is the part I always hate, because there's 120 something carriers in here, and you have to go through the whole fucking list just to find a current carrier that's being unloaded.
Oh, so it's like, it's go time right now, eh?
Yeah, I just arrived. I'm looking for a carrier named Trifling Gnome. according to the description, it says it's near the star, and I'm looking at all the ships near the star, and I don't see that name.
Yeah, you'll find it. It should be in the navigation list, but yeah, I'm sure it gets buried up quick by all the people. So what do? They just have one carrier open to be unloaded at a time, and they just go through the list?
Pretty much, because a carrier can hold up to 25,000 tons. So that's about, I think they said 86 people can unload it fully. In a medium fighter ship, I mean.
And that's what you're on, is a medium ship, right?
Yeah, because the station that we go to is a small station, which does small or medium ships only.
Oh, and then every time you show up, you gotta wait for an open place to dock, I bet.
So that's the great thing. I just play in solo mode on both accounts.
Yeah.
So if I'm waiting for anybody, it's just a stupid NPC that usually takes over the fucking dock before I get there.
Okay, I wonder how many other people are in solo. Probably a lot.
Exactly, because normally I play along with the group in their own private group, but when you do that, yeah, you can see everybody at the carrier, but then you're fighting over the slot at the station.
And you're there to make money.
That was sick.
So let me ask you this. If, let's say I had a fleet carrier, you already got a fleet carrier, and we knew when this is coming, we could do this ourselves, couldn't we?
Correct, but the problem is, like I said, is the bottleneck system before the very last system. There's only 12 carriers in there that can go in there,
On the front?
and then we have to wait for somebody to leave the last system just to get into the last system.
Oh, wow, hey?
And the last system can hold up to 135, I think, total. But there's a lot of people that just sit their carriers up here almost permanently because, like, they're old console players, so they're just, you know, just sitting there.
Well, that was going to be my next thing is, why would you even go with the group? Just get your shit ready and park it there for whenever it pops off.
Well, yeah, you can do that if you knew the exact day it starts. It doesn't start the same day every month.
That's what I'd do. I'd be
You
like,
have to know the pattern of when it starts, and then like we have like a guy or a good team up there that constantly checks the market every so often to see when the public holidays pops. So like every night, I'm seeing this at 1 a.m., but just say 1 a.m., that's when the servers do their daily tick. But it ticks for the whole server. So the server consists of thousands of solar systems, so it has to update every single solar system, and that takes about 4 hours.
okay, I get it. Yeah, there's more than 1,000. There's fucking tens of thousands. There's probably millions.
Well, I know, I'm just saying just for, layman's terms in a way.
Yeah, I got you.
So, the tick has been happening around 1 a.m., which is great. And it looks like this particular system finally updated around 5:30 a.m. because I was playing the game at the time and I wasn't paying attention. All of a sudden, I saw on the carrier that I was getting ready to jump, and I was like, okay, sweet. That means the event started.
No, I barely stayed awake till midnight last night.
Yeah, I wonder where you were. I mean, I woke up my normal-ish time and I never saw you online at all.
Zorgon Peterson, Papa Alpha November. This is flight control.
Are you working today?
Please follow established docking procedures and request access before you approach.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, I gotta work at 3.
Prep for arrival on landing.
Oh, I didn't know if you're off for the holidays yet.
This will be my last week. Once I complete this work week, then I'm off for 2 weeks. For Christmas and New Year's. But I only get paid for one of them. That kind of sucks. If I want to get paid for the second week, I got to go file unemployment, but I don't know, fuck. I guess it's a free $440, but I hate it. Just makes you feel like a beggar, dude. Like, you know what I mean? I know I'm going back to work in January. I'm not out of a job, so I feel like a douchebag going to unemployment. But that's how they got it set up for us, because we do these shutdowns now. But in my opinion, in years past, when they put us on unemployment for a week or two, HR would do all the filing for us, so that we didn't have to even go to the unemployment office at all. If it's their choice to do these shutdowns, they should be doing all that shit for us. That's just my 2 cents, but I believe HR sits at home too much. They work from home all the time, and I don't like that shit.
This is crazy. I think it's just gonna stay in my pocket. Hell no.
My mic messed up again. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I got you. So maybe your other mic ain't bad then.
Exactly. I was talking to you just now. It sounds like you ignored my question. I'm like, what is going on here?
Yes. No, I don't ignore you. The only time I don't hear you is if you have a problem on your end or if I'm AFK.
Well, I said 2 different things. One thing I said was you're not cashing out any PTO that you might have.
Hell no. Because in the grand scheme of things, if you think of it like this, right? All my adult life, I had to use PTO, vacation time, personal time, whatever, paid time off to get Christmas off. And I had to like fight other people for the same days all the time. Now they're just giving it to us. And yes, we can put PTO there, right? So, but in the like I said, in the grand scheme of things, if you look at it, they're giving us a shutdown in July for July 4th. They're giving us a shutdown in Thanksgiving for Thanksgiving week. And then, so a week in July 4th, a week for Thanksgiving, and then 2 weeks for Christmas. That's 4 extra weeks off a year. Why on earth would I use any vacation time or PTO to cover that up and then diminish extra time off that I can see away from work, right? So if I use all my PTO separately, which I get 4 weeks of paid time off right now, then I get 8 weeks off a year, bro. Like, yeah, fuck that. I ain't using it.
Wow.
Like, as long as I know about it ahead of time, then, you know, yeah, it sucks losing a week's pay, But also, they're giving us the option on the weeks that we actually lose pay to do unemployment. So if I got any complaints about losing money, then I need to take my ass down there and get my unemployment. And it's...
The other thing I was saying is about 20 minutes ago, that's when they just opened the market. The current ship has 22,000 tons, right? When they first opened. When I just unloaded my first load, they had like 3,000 left.
Holy, they got annihilated that quickly, eh?
Well, to have about 3,000 left with it being 20 minutes in, that's actually pretty not bad. So the carrier that had about 64 people on it just finally arrived. So these are going to be, emptying really quick.
Making short work of that shit.
So what sucks about this particular station is when you jump into it, it puts you like 15K away. So you have a while to like get there. And then when you finally get there, there's always some type of ship on that one dock, and you have to wait for it to undock.
And you just want to get on with the next load to get that money.
Yeah, so what I do is I spam the docking request twice, and I know exactly where that dock is. And I just watch the guy take off, which he's about to do, and he finally did. And then when he's about a certain height, then I can tell it to go, and I go. Oh, I was watching the wrong dock. I thought it was dock 1. It's dock 4.
Yeah, I'm just doing a little space truck and trying to make up for all my damn mistakes. I'm just trying to get back to zero. I don't know how much money I had when I started dying, but we're just gonna try to stay alive for an undisclosed amount of time here. Said 165 million?
129, but it's actually 119 profit.
Nice, that's pretty good.
And that was just in less than 12 minutes. Now there's no the one carrier is now fully unloaded, so I'm waiting for the next one to pop up on the list. It's very rare that I get a chance to go to the same carrier twice. Especially to it twice on both characters.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frame shift
yeah, each of my character had about 250 million before I even started, so I can easily track what I've made so far. Every billion that I make, or at least on one of my characters, I'm going to transfer it to my other character with the guild bank.
Hell yeah.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Yeah, I love the direct transfer now that they have. They needed that a long time ago.
Awesome. Send it. Yeah, let's go. Left. Left. You know where we are,
Alright, so the
right?
next one's available. So the last one was posted around 11:30. This is 11:55. So roughly every 25 minutes is when they post a new one.
We made it! Huh? Send her all the way. I'm just going to be entitled to 65. Perfecto. For order, take me there. Visor down, territory. Roger that. We're on a mission to get to Dave Griffin. We've gotten there once successfully. The mission was clearly great.
Zorgen Peterson, Papa, Alpha November. We prepared a landing pad for your arrival, Commander. Welcome to our station.
I'll say it again. This has got to be the best looking game ever since its release in 2014. It still is. You just can't fuck with it, man. It's just like, I don't know. They're onto something. They should never. If this company wants to, it can profit from this game for the rest of its existence. You know, like Blizzard making a timeless classic with World of Warcraft. They're never gonna not have World of Warcraft going. You know what I mean? Like, this one is one of them too.
There's our first left. Oh yeah, I could clearly.
Well, they just recently came out with Guild Wars Revamped, which is basically just an updated kind of graphics deal with Guild Wars 1.
I've always given you shit about Guild Wars, but that's only because I've never really played it.
I know, but see, I logged into it for the first time in like 4 or 5 years, and it's just a totally different game because I've been so used to Guild Wars 2.
Oh yeah, that's
I
exactly.
logged in, and one of my characters had pending 8 birthday presents. Me and I haven't logged in that character in 8 years.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I can't play the current retail version of World of Warcraft either. It's just too retarded at this point. I always play classic.
I could be wrong.
Like, you can't jump in Guild Wars, so I was trying to jump and I can't.
And at that point, we are home free.
and then like I couldn't remember my skill set, so like I had to relearn how to play the
Yeah,
game
I think
pretty
we could have
much.
went left back there too, or stayed on or whatever. But this is the way I. If you want me to go in the back, since I got the camera, you can shoot on past me. I think it makes more sense, eh? Not like we're in any type of danger. Just trying to come up with better and safer traveling habits, eh? Now I can look for a giant death machine coming in at 80 mile an hour, ready to cut us in half.
Damn, I'm still hanging on to this gold. All right, we'll hang on to it till we find a
Best weather
profit.
we've had yet to ride in.
So this event's not like, you know, there's only 2 days worth, right? But they always have big prices no matter what. So if we wanted to, we can get beer, wine, or liquor. Doesn't really matter. Just come up here anytime and just sell it for, you know, lesser in the profit than we are right now.
No, I mean, yeah, I guess so. I guess you're right. I guess I'm a goddamn can't wait to get there type kind of person.
Fella, yeah. Oh, you mean if we wanted to do our own run with a fleet carrier?
Yeah, we can do it at any time without worrying about it being a certain day.
That road just loops back around to this one anyway.
But like I said, we have to be patient and try to find a way, you know, to get up to the very last point and just have to keep on spamming the routing over and over again until we finally see
it looks like
an
it's
open
nice
spot.
out once you're going 100 miles an hour. With, yeah. Who the hell is that, Lanny?
One of the carriers in that bottleneck system was out of service, and sometimes those don't get fully out of the system until like almost 3 months.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Because it's been over a month since I decommissioned mine, and mine's still sitting around, my old one.
Yeah, it's still there, right?
Yep. And I'm about to buy a new one in a few days, and I won't be able to just re-buy that exact one. I have to buy a brand new one.
I'm pretty sure the one I decommissioned is still wherever I last left it too.
Glad we got out and did this today.
Because I checked back a few times after I decommissioned it, and it was still sitting right there, all fucked up looking.
Landing gear retracted.
I'm going to rename the squad carrier
Departure authorized.
once I get my personal one back.
R.I.P. to Ryan Chin. I didn't know him, but looked like he was one hell of a rider.
Engaged. Frameshift drive charging.
If you think about it, he died trying to push our sport hobby forward. So, pretty admirable.
Fuel scooping. System scan complete. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scooping. Frameshift drive charging.
That's the other thing too, is all the people that make the YouTube videos promoting these wheels, you know, they gotta be feeling kind of fucked up right about now.
Yeah, I feel a little shitty sometimes when certain people that do like voices for certain like video game characters, stuff like that.
Fuel scooping.
Like, hey, get this new wheel, it's the fastest, and then somebody dies as you're getting paid to say it's, or getting a free wheel or free something or other, you know. I don't know. I just hope, I hope this whole thing doesn't, I don't know how to say it.
Doesn't stop production.
Well, I'm not concerned about that. You're not going to stop a whole industry, but hopefully it doesn't turn a lot of excellent riders away, and we actually just find a way to make things better from such a bad situation, you know.
Fuel scooping.
I've seen some comments in the Telegram group how they're saying, yeah, I mean, why are they testing these things on live roads and shit like that, as we have seen in the past? And I think, yeah, it makes sense. If you're an EUC manufacturer and you're flying people out to test your brand new wheel, shouldn't you have a fucking facility where they don't have to worry about traffic, people, bikes, scooters, anything in the fucking way? Shouldn't you have your own facility where you can bring the wheels where it's a little bit safer to test them?
There could still be accidents at the testing facility.
For sure, yeah, but it can be way more of a controlled environment, right? Where you don't have to wait for a specific low traffic time of the day to go to a specific road to, you know what I mean? I just can't imagine how terrible his family feels, as well as the people right there in China right now too. Like, wow.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
This whole thing's really got me rethinking about, you know, I have one friend that I got in, you know, I sold him a wheel, I sold him 2 wheels, and it's got me thinking about his safety and rethinking about how and where I ride myself. And yeah, you know how terrible I would feel if my buddy got seriously hurt on the wheel that I sold him. Like, even though I know as soon as you grab one of these things, you're pretty much saying, okay, I'm accepting X amount of risk, you know. But now I want to go through and redo his power pads for him this coming spring, because I want to make sure that fucking shit has brand new Velcro, and I know it doesn't. I've got thousands of miles on those power pads I gave him with the wheel. So, like, yeah, I already texted my buddy and said, dude, this spring we got to redo your pads. We got to re-Velcro them, brother. We got to... So I didn't even know any of this was going on, and then I'm sorry for just going on and on about it, Shoefunk too, but I'm kind of checking in and getting updates, and it's fresh in my mind. But I didn't realize any of this was going on till last night, right before I was packing it in for the day, and I saw one of my favorite YouTubers for EUC content, Johnny Go Vroom, put a short up where he was all broken up. You couldn't tell hardly what he was saying. He was halfway crying, and he was just saying, everybody be careful on these wheels, blah, 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 you know. And then I started looking into it, and that's why he put it up there, was because he found out.
Orbital flight engaged.
Yeah, for a person like me, I'm usually the first to learn about it if it happened overnight, or the last if it happened during the day.
Yeah, because you're up all night, and then boom, if it happens during the day, you're done. You're dead to the world. So right now there's a lot of finger pointing, and people kind of just, well, a lot of people just don't know how to react to stuff like this, myself included.
mean, we are in an imperfect world. You know, stuff like this is going to happen. I know it sucks for that person. It's bound to happen.
Yeah, I mean, on the real, when they were testing the InMotion P6, I remember I left a comment on a few of the videos saying, hey, hats off to you guys putting your body in harm's way like this. Holy crap, them things are fast. You know, like, it could have happened to the guys that were testing the InMotion wheel too. You know, it just didn't, you know, and like you said, things like this are unfortunately bound to happen. Just like riding a pedal bike. You can't ride a pedal bike every day and expect to think that you're never gonna fall off of it, or you know, a skateboard or a fucking any of this stuff. It's going to happen, and that's what I tell myself when I'm riding the wheel a lot. When I was new riding my EUC, I like had never crashed, and in a way that started creating like a mental thing in my head where I was like, okay, I have never crashed yet. It's going to happen. Like, it is going to happen. The best thing I can do is like be aware that eventually I am going to crash. Like, it's inevitable. The longer you go without crashing, I mean, the more the odds kind of stack up against you that it's going to happen, right? Like, and so eventually it did happen, and thankfully I was all geared up, going very slow, and actually when I did crash, I got up and I was like, thank God, I got it out of the way.
Ready? Yeah. You're killing it, dude.
I love it.
The very first major crash I had as a kid was ironically in front of the hospital.
Walkers are moving slow enough.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
perfect.
just gotta keep your eye out, man.
Yeah. And I don't know the trail either.
So if it,
You know what I ended up doing? I ended up just and walking directly home instead of going to the hospital.
did you break a bone or anything, or no?
Right.
No, I just scraped the hell out of my knee at least.
Well, at least you didn't have to go into the hospital, but if you did, you were right there.
That's a fair bit away, but
And then I was like riding my bike because I lived near the hospital at the time, and I was just riding my bike, and all of a sudden I pressed the wrong brake, and I went flat on my face, and I didn't hit my head, thank God. But yeah, I just scraped the hell out of my knee.
sure been hell, baby.
Man, nobody wants to buy my gold. What the hell's up with that?
Woo. This wheel feels like it has more overhead, or it feels like it has plenty of overhead for me. Ironically, the 100-volt Sherman Edge did too. I never really overpowered that wheel. I never purposely tried to overpower it.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Yeah, he's strong. Wow. I'm leery about this.
I just stole my third load on one of my characters. About to sell the third load on my other character.
How many loads did you say you needed to get? Like 10?
Well, I've already done 3, and that's so far 250 million. So actually, that's more 250 million. Hold on, did I miscalculate? I've got 548 right now, and I started roughly 250, and I'm getting 120 each. Let's see, 120 times 3 is 360. That sounds about right. I don't know.
Close enough.
I'd be keeping up better if I was on that Delta.
But right now, I've got $1 billion, and at least overall between the 2 characters.
I got it.
So 4 billion to go.
Okay. Oh boy. Washed out a little bit there.
Landing gear retracted.
Landing locks are off. Clear for departure.
Oh, crap. This is another bad spot.
Frameshift drive charging.
You are free of starport limits. Watch yourself out there, Commander.
4, 3, 2. Fuel scooping. System scan complete.
You alright?
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
I just was. Yeah.
3, 2.
You went the wrong way, bro. You did. Oh, never mind. It doesn't matter.
Fuel scooping. System
This is
scan
that one.
complete.
I don't. What I don't like about certain carriers is they're so close to a planet
Hey, bro.
that when you get closer to that particular carrier, you have to go a certain speed near orbit. It's just a stupid thing with physics, but whatever.
Yeah, it slows everything down.
Yeah, because like the maximum speed you really go near a planet surface is 250 kilometers per hour.
Fuel scooping.
So yeah, any of the carriers that are like near the sun at least are easier to get to.
Frameshift drive charging.
could ride up all this. And it's
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scooping. Frameshift drive charging.
good to see you last night.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Hello.
engaged.
Zorgon Peterson, Papa Alpha November. Flight control. Please follow established docking procedures and request access before you approach them.
That station you're landing at right now looks very similar to the station I'm about to build.
Yeah, even though I hate doing the planetary landings, they do have some really cool bases.
Well, the base that I need to build will give me the ability to, what was it?
Contact. Docking restraints engaged. Welcome to the port, Commander.
I'm pulling up the special website that tells me those specifics. Yeah, so this one would allow me to have cartography redemption in my system.
Nice. Universal cartographics.
But it's stupid that you have to have like a certain type of station within your system just to have that available at all your starports.
There we go. I can finally get rid of the gold. Almost 6 million profit. We'll take her.
This system is done. Let's see here. I won't have... the ability to turn in, like, tissue samples and stuff. I won't be able to do outfitting at certain stations. I won't have shipyards at certain stations, but, like, the large station has a shipyard. That's all that really matters. I don't care to have a shipyard on my ground stations.
Hell yeah, we should have everything there.
Yeah, my goal is to make at least the large station in my systems to have everything. I don't care about everything else in the system.
Landing gear retracted.
Detach confirmed. You are go for departure.
Well, my Altimeter just got ranked up to Elite 4 in training.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, I like hauling cargo, man. I like trading and hauling cargo.
You are now beyond the port perimeter. Flight control out.
4, 3, 2. Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop
Features gets
disengaged.
really retarded. Oh yeah, it's kind of wet. Oh, watch your battery boxes. Wow. Wow. It's a little too wet for my liking. But this is super fun on a bike. I'm seeing it as, what do you think so far? Pretty crazy though?
There's got to
Then
be
it's all
more
rocky on the
commodities
other
here at
side.
this big port that I can haul to the next
We're
place.
just basically doing a pro walk. We're just checking it out, man. I ain't trying to do nothing fast or nothing right now. I just want you to see how awesome this will be once you're fully confident and just actually ripping this. Look at these berms, bro. You know? Yeah, that too. That too. Oh, she's steep here. Oh boy. Drop. Oh boy. Wow. It needs to dry out more though.
So I think my cat knows time because like it looked at me like, "Are you going to bed?" I'm like, "No."
Oh crap. See? This is
Your
where
cat's
the
like,
cross the road.
you're late.
Aren't you glad we got pads on? Sorry if I seem slow, man. But this is like...
Yeah, but Samantha's the only one that does that. Sophia doesn't really care.
Alright.
Yeah, because like the past few, days I've been off, it'll be around this time and she'll be in the hallway and she'll look at me and she'll meow at me like, "Come on, you're supposed to go to bed." And I'm like, "No, it's my day off. You should know that."
Zorgon Peterson, Papa Alpha November.
Daddy's making some credits.
Station at a safe speed and give way to larger vessels, Commander. Access granted.
I wish I could turn
Set
this
down
into real
landing
money.
pad
God.
40. Automated docking approved. You may We now handle the control.
But a lot of it. Oh, drop. Oh, God. Wow, cool. Bare minimum, we could say we rode A-line. Oh!
They're taking our time on our next carrier to unload. It's been at least 10 minutes since they took off the listing, waiting for the next one to be listed.
That would suck, getting a puncture. Ooh, watch that rock.
AFK for a minute.
A loose one in the trail there.
Landing gear deployed.
Woo! Yeah.
Touchdown confirmed. Dispatching ground crew. Welcome, Commander.
And if you think this is crazy, this is like a flow trail. This is one of the easy ones. So we're already pretty much in over our head on this. Oh, if I was on the Patton, look at this drop. Wham! Jump right off of there. I mean, look at this one. You have to go pretty fucking quick. Okay. Yeah, those last two jumps are definitely out of my wheelhouse. Try a different one, Ed. Switch sides. Switch sides. Switch sides. Oh. Fuck yeah. Then you'll be able to see behind you. Okay. Yeah, I'm anti-mirror. No, it's hard for me too. And I haven't found another backup to this camera yet. Otherwise I would have told you about that so far. Go down to the right, go down to the right. Yeah. Okay, I'll just have to act like the two broken spokes. I just discovered them once we got on the trail, and the trail is the way home. Right, I mean, look at how nice it is. I mean, there's no other option. There isn't. Okay, so up here, instead of the bike path, we're going to take the shoulder, we're going to cross. We'll try to cross and go up that left shoulder. So we... Yeah? Yeah. We're gonna... Slow down there, buddy. We're gonna cross. And we're gonna take the, Yep. Yeah. So it looks like we could get... No, let's wait. Right? We'll wait. Yep. That's good policy. The big opening coming up on coming. Yeah, it looks like they're going to line up. Yeah. Once we're clear on this first lane, we can go after this minivan right here. Ready? Thank you. Go, 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 go. Yeah, just head right up the shoulder. That's right, 100%. And we're probably going to have to dodge traffic all the way up. I will use a dual motor going up this thing. So you're going to have to keep your head on a swivel here. Yeah, I just fucking fucked them up a little bit. You got a car coming up on your 6. 2 of them. Take it right up top. I'm using all throttle. Okay, now I'm pedaling. A lot of traffic on that hill. Lots of traffic out today. Yep. That was a bit of a clusterfuck all the way up that hill and around it. Yes. Really nice. But see, now we got the climb out of the way and we can conserve all the way there. That's the way I had her figured. Put her in pedal assist 7. We won't even use 9. Yeah, I'll go with 5. That sounds perfect. That's even more slurping. Or less, I mean.
Alright, I'm back. Had to fill up the diesel. Oh yeah, that's right. I was just looking for commodities here. Well, we can do missions. I never turn a profit off Bertrandite, but maybe I'll try it again.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
go AFK for another quick minute. Got to get a couple things ready and staged out.
Rain a little bit. We better find somewhere to burn.
All clear. Flight control signing off.
Did not know this was here. I am glad it's here. Now we'll go back down this way. I think I like Discord better, to be honest with you. There's our trail. Matrices. All right, maybe I'll get that. Wow, that was pretty cool. And this guy's coming up. Bump right there. Oh, that's crazy. It's fun though. It is fun. Wow. That's about getting rad.
All right, all right, all right. Let's jump.
We'll go up to the dam, I think.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Still alive over there, Shoe Funk?
Yeah, just waiting for the next carrier to be ready. Confirm something. They saying rumors that Arcade 1-Up is went out of business, but they haven't really like made an official statement yet.
Oh, that place where you went on your vacation?
Nah, this company is like they build these machines that are like old like arcade games, but they're multiple games in one.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure if you ever seen them before in your local Best Buy or Walmart.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Not that I recall, because I literally just don't go into stores, period. I haven't been into Walmart in probably 5 years or better.
Anyway, so the one example of the machine is they have a Mortal Kombat 2 machine, because it has Mortal Kombat 2 like for the looks, but it's really Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3, as well as a special edition for the 3.
Oh, nice. That would be cool.
And then like they have like a NBA Hang Time version where it comes with NBA Blitz and NBA Hang Time both in one cabinet.
Those are timeless classics.
And then they have like a special edition where like you get Pac-Man and Galaga both in one cabinet.
That's like vintage gaming right there.
Oh yeah. Like their big machines are like $4.99, and they have countertop versions. They're like $2.99, and they have versions that you can hang on your wall that are $1.99.
Frameshift drive charging.
Looking for a particular one that has Galaga 88 on it, along with regular Galaga and at least Pac-Man. And I don't want a full-size arcade version. I want the countercade version at least. While yes, I do have those Raspberry Pis that I can use to turn into an arcade machine, it's just, I don't know.
It would be cool to buy a literal arcade machine.
That's already pre-configured and all that junk, yeah. Basically just want either a regular Galaga 88 machine that's like, you know, like an original machine, or at least one of them cabinets that has it built in it at least.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Because I want that, I want Bubble Bobble, and I want
brakes quite a bit today.
lot of pinball tables virtually, but I want to find a compatible pinball table that you can install that special app that I already own, so I can just play on my tables as if I actually have a table.
Disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Hell yeah. Sounds like you want to build a big game room.
Would you believe there's actually an Airbnb in Winston-Salem that is nothing but an arcade?
Yes, thank you.
That'd be pretty fucking cool.
So I learned about this like a year and a half ago, and it's been around for at least 5 years, or at least since Airbnb's been around. And yes, it's Winston-Salem, and this guy in his basement has like 30 or so machines, and then like the bedroom that you rent out is actually 80s themed.
Frameshift drive charging.
And then the bedroom has like a record player of like a lot of like old records that are like, you know, like big type of, you know, songs and shit on them. There's an actual box in the arcade that's free to play, that you can like play any song you want.
Because that's where another trail comes down and feeds into this one.
He has like a little section with like a lot of like VHS movies that you can watch like old movies on. And I think it's like $270 a night.
Damn, bro, that's a lot.
Yeah, but like you gotta think about what's all in there.
Frameshift drive charging.
How's that front end feel?
But like on the times that he's not having on Airbnb, he actually opens the arcade portion to the public. I think he charges like $20 just to come in, just to play the games for as long as you want.
Fuel scooping. System scan complete.
Wow. How cool is that?
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, I can almost build like a version of that type of house with my uncle's old house. Well, the one that died like 10 years ago, so I don't know what happened to that house. But, you know, if I had access to that house, or at least if I bought it after he died, I would have converted it into an Airbnb and like put arcade machines in the basement, because he had a badass basement.
Holy crap! Oh man! How awesome was that?
Yeah, you got the gears turning, man. My house is all paid off. If I fixed it up and set it up to be an Airbnb,
Trail section.
I could make some serious loot
Going this way.
for, well, I don't think the winter time so much, but the summertime maybe.
Yeah. See what happens when we go the right way around a non-black diamond? That was... Yeah.
Like, we could have easily turned the
feet got
the
grip
old
now?
mountain house into an Airbnb, but Airbnb wasn't around at that time, and if it was around, we would have kept that house and just turned it an Airbnb. Because I know that people will love to rent out a 5-bedroom log cabin with 2 fireplaces and a huge garage with a truck that they can actually be able to drive through the trails.
Oh,
So, I got that diesel heater I'm running. I filled that up at like midnight last night. Okay, it holds 1.25 gallons of diesel, and that motherfucker kept this room to about 70 to 75 degrees in here from midnight to
this is literally up a creek.
1 p.m. off that 1 gallon.
Oh, it's not bad. How big is the tank overall?
Yeah, it holds 1.25 gallons, so 1 1/4 gallons.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So, and I fill it up when it's down to about a quarter, or that 0.25 left or whatever. So, really cycling a gallon at a time. And a gallon of diesel costs about $3. So, for $3, that ain't bad. That's a lot of BTUs, man. And in the meantime, I'm not running the furnace here, and I'm pretty sure that cost me a lot more than $3.
See? Hard way, easy way.
Yeah, I got my
That's what I'm
first
guessing.
bill for the winter, and my God, it was
Yeah, it
fucking
does.
high.
I think I made the wrong decision
How,
here.
okay, so what is your bill in the summer,
I'm an
and then
asshole.
what did you just get?
Well, it's pretty obvious I don't use the heat in the summertime,
is.
so it just
I'm an idiot.
runs because it has to keep the pilot light on. And I think my water heater is gas, but like it doesn't really use that much either. So anyway, I only pay $18 pretty much a month during the off season. But
Yeah,
my
yeah.
recent
Yeah,
was
that's
hot.
that's about what I pay is 18 to 25. Okay, go ahead. What was it just now?
My recent bill was $235.
Holy shit, bro! Are you fucking kidding me?
And that's normal.
Whoa! That's fucking way worse than here, and it's way colder here.
And that's what's weird. I'm in a 3-bedroom house, so I don't know.
And what's the coldest it has gotten over the last month?
Well, the coldest was literally last night. It went down to 15 degrees, but the coldest it's been lately is at least 34.
Yeah, so it's been right around 30, 34, like right around freezing temperature for a month it's been for you, right?
Correct.
That's wild, bro. That's worse than here, and it gets much colder. They must be charging you more because they can get away with it or something.
That or my house is not energy efficient enough, and I'm just not realizing it.
The first recommendation I could give to you that you may have already done, so if you've already done it, then forgive me for being redundant, but your furnace has air filters on it, and if they're clogged up, it'll mess the efficiency up.
Nah, I definitely know that. That's not the reason.
Wow.
10-4. Yeah, that's wild. Okay, so let me tell you what my bill went to. It went from 18 to 25 a month, And then we just started getting colder, right? So I just started kind of having it cranked up, and it went up to $105. But
That's how much I should be paying. That's the thing.
yeah, like that should be like around your max, I would think, or something like that. But it's going to get worse for me because it's going to stay like 0 degrees, 5 degrees, -5. It's going to be like that for a few months now, you know. So
Yeah, like the 285 should be what you should be paying, and I should be paying the 105.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Acclimated to flipping weather. Yeah, that's just kind of wild to me. But mine will, if well, so now I'm like not using it, right? But like last year when it gets really cold, it's no problem for me to go up and over $200. Like maybe two months out of the year, I'll be over $200, but not early in the fucking season like you.
Yeah, like at least next few months are going to be close to over $200, but then it'll go down a little bit once it gets a little bit warmer. But see, it's been cooler this time of year than it has in the past few years, so it's not normal for me to pay that much at this time of year. I should be paying this in January or February, not in November.
Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, normally I'll get like, for the rest of the winter season, it's like 150 no matter what. And if it dips down, it's over 200. It'll be close to 200. And so the reason why I got this diesel heater is because my cousin got one, and he's been raving about it. So if I can keep that fucking furnace shut off, that's the other thing is my electric bill also goes up in the wintertime. So you just can't win. It I don't know if you.
My electric bill goes down in the winter.
It does, eh? Right on. See, mine goes up because I'm running the furnace more. My electric bill just like never goes down. In the summertime, I'm either running AC or a bunch of flipping fans, right? So it's just 120, 140, whatever. And then in the wintertime, we got to run either the furnace just ripping for 3, 4, 5 months, or the furnace and electric heaters supplementing it. So it's just like, it's bonkers, man. So I'm trying to get to where like, because if you're buying diesel fuel, certain gas stations have deals where you get a card where you accrue points and so on and so forth. So like, the diesel price may start at $3.30, but if you get this card, now you're down to $3.10, and I don't know, whatever. So you can get diesel cheaper than raising my electric and my gas price, right? And I basically just got to make sure that my pipes don't freeze. When it gets down like 0 and -5 and shit like that, then I probably do want to run the furnace a little bit so that a little bit of heat goes to the basement and keeps them pipes nice and warm. But yeah, I'm really just trying to figure out a way to cut costs here. And so far, this little diesel heater, I fucking had this thing cranking all weekend, man. And it's doing a great job.
See, in the mountains, we had wood. We used wood to heat the house. So as long as the wood was constantly flowing, shit, we barely even used any electricity.
Right, but the only drawback is when you run out of wood, you got to go get more wood, right?
Yeah, but like we always cut down all the dead trees within the area, and we had like a ton of acres.
That's very smart. Yeah, I used to have a wood stove in this house when I was a kid, but it's since been taken out. But I could put one back in if I wanted to. I've even got a coal bin.
I mean, we always had at least 3 years worth of wood in stock at all times.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Almost ran to the sun. God damn.
Landing gear retracted.
Ship restraints withdrawn.
The last second want to tell me, oh, you're not in a line of sight. We're just going to let you run to the sun now.
You are now beyond the port perimeter. Flight control out.
4, 3, 2, 1. Frameshift drive charging.
But there are other people that live in different areas, you know, of where I live. If you're not right in town, you got to go with a different company, and they probably have the kind of prices you're dealing with.
System scan complete. Frameshift drive charging.
But that sucks, man. Wow. But I'll tell you what, man, if you want to take that $200 extra that you're paying one of these times and get one of these diesel heaters, they're not hard to set up, man.
Fuel scooping
you might be able to save yourself a great deal of money.
Engaged. Frameshift drive charging.
But see, now some people are like, oh, if I put one of them in my house, I gotta tell the house insurance company, and then they're gonna raise my rates. But I'm just like, yeah, or you can just not say anything. You know, like, I'm not.
Well, I do have electrical heaters in the house too, but I'm gonna use that as backup. Even those jack up the prices.
Yeah, that'll run your electric bill up. At least this, you know, you could just go buy, say, $10 worth of diesel fuel, and it'll keep your shit warm for, you know, whatever, you know. Kind of pay as you need kind of thing, you know. At least in my situation, I don't need to heat the whole house. I just need a couple of rooms because it's just me here, you know. But it might be different for you if it's not just you there all the time, you know.
Well, I can cut off certain spots in the house, but still.
Fuel scooping. System scan complete.
Oh yeah, I've tried that too. I got, like, you know, the upstairs, I got all the ducts shut up there from the furnace, and same thing with the basement, but man, I still just rip through the money in the wintertime.
Frameshift drive charging. System scan complete. Frameshift drive charging.
But yeah, anyways, I'm still in the testing phase, but so far it seems like a really viable option.
Fuel scooping.
Well, I've been testing my type of settings I have, and I've got the old-timey thermostat, so it's kind of hard to tell if it's actually really set on that particular setting.
All right, Shoe Funk, since you're wide awake, you can go to work for me today, right?
Frameshift drive charging.
By the time I get to your area, it'll be time for your shift to be over.
But not pass up a ride like today.
Fuel scooping. System scan complete.
That is my favorite job.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
I'm gonna get it done today.
what's going on, man? Welcome.
Landing permitted. Adjust heading for approach to pad 2-4. Automated docking.
We're just doing a little space trucking here before I leave for work, which isn't long from now.
Landing gear deployed.
Man, I love everything about the docking process. I like how the air traffic control is talking to you, and it's really cool. I mean, yeah, it's my favorite game for a reason.
Touchdown confirmed. Docking constraints
Or like
engaged.
when we first started playing, didn't you see occasionally a human flying around within the area?
I'm not sure.
Because like I could have swore there was a game I played that when you were docking on a space station, you see humans like either outside the space station doing repairs, or some within the docking area floating around in between certain spots and repairing random shit.
I can't recall if I've ever seen that or not. Oh, really? Yeah, sometimes auto dock can fail for sure. I've also had that happen.
Incoming message.
Yeah, but then there's those times where like you forget to auto dock and you're just keep on going and you ram right into the freaking station.
Damn, man, I gotta hang on to all this Bertrandite still. Shit.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Oh, you got the Mandalay Stellar pre-built. Very cool. So, I believe if you die, you just have to have enough credits to pay for the insurance cost on your ship. So every ship has a different insurance cost. Let's see what mine is. I think it's like 17 million. Yeah, so if you can see right now, my rebuy cost is 17.3 million. So if I die right now and I did not have that amount of money, I would either have to borrow money or sell one of my other ships. But if that's your only ship, right? Let's just talk about it like that. If I die, I don't have that 17 million. I have to either borrow money against that ship to get that ship back, or start back off in a Sidewinder. So yeah. But if you have like other ships you can sell those to make up the difference or whatever. But yeah, big ships can be expensive to upkeep if you don't have deep pockets, which I've been playing since like 2014, so I have, as you can see, 9.3 billion right now. Plus I have one of every ship in the game A-fitted, so I can, like, if I needed to sell ships, you know. And Shoefunk here is like super rich because he does the Jew missions where he stacks cheddar to no end. What are you up to? Like $1 billion now?
Let's see, close to 2 billion. That's because I'm playing on 2 characters right now. I'm in Rockham's Peak selling wine for 119 million per run.
We could probably go do that.
And what did you say? You're getting like 120 million profit per load right now?
Trying to be nice to the
Yep.
old girl.
And I'm just about to make the 2 billion mark for today.
Needless to say, it took me many hours to grind up what I've got. But Shoefunk's, that's cool. So one of the things we were talking about earlier is the longevity that this game has because it's so awesome. I played this game before it was available on Steam, so I was using just like the Elite Dangerous FDev launcher for the first probably 2 or 3 years, so it didn't even track my hours until I put it on Steam. And I think I'm over 6,000 hours or some crazy shit like that right now.
Back and imagine the data you have right now if you were ever to log into Nara, but the problem is if you log in now, it'll just be fresh data based on your current data. It won't show your past data. I've actually synced to Inara for the past 3-4 years, and it's crazy, you know, to see all the stuff I've done for the past 4 years on that website.
Yeah, I gotta get back into it. I've never done the exobiology yet. That sounds cool.
There was that group event they had for exobiology about a month ago, but that was before you started getting back into the game.
Yeah, I actually have friends on here that used to play the 80s version of it, and I vaguely remember seeing it at some point also, but yeah, this game is the shit. I hope it's always going to be like a thing.
The 80s version was just simply just called Elite.
System scan complete.
Shufuk, do you remember what game you were playing whenever I met you on Twitch and everything?
Gosh, let's see.
Like back then we had your main game that you played, right? Like I was playing World of Warcraft religiously before I ever started with Elite Dangerous.
Yeah, I'm trying to see when I joined your server on Discord and I'll get a good idea.
Yeah, Discord didn't happen till a while after, but yeah.
Nah, you had Discord at the time I first met you.
Fuels complete.
Oh no,
I think I joined it for some odd reason. That's weird.
maybe I'll be able to see it when I mouse over you. Let me just get my ship lined up here.
Yeah, because you're admin.
Fuels complete.
Yeah, when you mouse over my name, click on mod view, and then you'll be able to see my joined.
I think it says member since October 18, 2015. Unless, I got 2 dates. One of them is, maybe that's when you joined Discord, was 2015, and you joined my Discord in 2019. Wow, so you were hammering.
It's 2015. I know that because it was before Trump got first elected.
Yeah, so that sounds about right. So you've been hammering
Gosh, I would have been playing maybe Subnautica at that time. Let me see when Subnautica came out.
No, Subnautica was after, man. I don't know, were you playing Elder Scrolls Online? Did you play that or no?
Nah, I was playing Guild Wars 2 a lot, at least. I'm not sure in 2015, but in that general time frame.
Because I feel like you started watching my live stream when I was streaming World of Warcraft. I think it was...
Subnautica came out in 2014, so I was still playing Subnautica. I know that. I was playing Minecraft on and off. And... Guild Wars 2. Those are the 3 games I would have been playing at that time.
Our buddy here on YouTube here said he came from playing a lot of Minecraft as well. That's cool. I've delved into Minecraft. I can see how you would just get wrapped right up in it. That's awesome.
So, Minecraft with me, how I learned about it was in 2009. I was at a LAN party, and a guy that was at a LAN party was showing off a new game. And it was Minecraft, and it was all, the way it looked back in the day, all primitive looking. I was like, I don't see this game really blowing up anytime soon. And goddamn, Microsoft bought it and they're making billions of dollars.
Yeah, the griefing aspect is retarded. Yeah, I mean, I believe I was here in 2014 when this version of Elite Dangerous first came out. I played it heavy for like 5-6 years, and yeah, I was part of the very first fleet comms group that flew from the bubble to Beagle Point. And back then there was no engineering. You couldn't harness the power of those neutron stars. None of that shit. It was just like, get the best ship you can, A-fitted, which was, at the time was a DBX or a Asp Explorer, or ironically enough, the Anaconda was a great exploration ship. But the Anaconda was the best ship we had back then. Anyways, we all kept in touch. There was hundreds of us. Maybe, I think there was like 700 or 800 of us. And it took us months to get across the Black to Beagle Point. It took us like I'm legit like 6 months.
Yeah, and then here's me, like, you know, a few years later, taking a care about halfway in less than a week, and then another week just on my ship alone after you abandoned me.
I had Shoofunk out on my carrier halfway to the bubble, or halfway to Beagle Point, right? We were to the other bubble, I believe.
Even the Sagittarius A, pretty much.
Yeah, and I just stopped playing. I got off with something else.
Well, no, because what happened is you got pissed off. We miscalculated on how much tritium we needed, and we ran out of tritium.
Yeah, and it took so long to mine it that I was like, I don't know what to do.
But you had enough to get us back to the bubble, so you're like, well, I'm gonna mine some more and take it back to the bubble. I'm not gonna go to Beagle Point. I was like, well, I'm gonna go to Beagle Point. I want to make it to Beagle Point. So yeah, for the next 3 months, I went to Beagle Point, and then I went to Colonia, then I went back to Sag A, and then I went to the bubble. Yeah, I think ships were a little bit better at that time, because I was in an Asp Explorer, and it what's currently does 74 light years per jump, and I may have done like one neutron star jump, but I don't like doing those because there's a risk that you can overheat and die or some shit like that.
I am confused right now. Oh, I'm supposed to go up to that one here. Fuck.
Oh, were there multiple stations, very similar name in there or something? I wasn't paying attention. Gosh, it's been like at least 15 minutes and it hasn't been a carrier been announced yet still. I'm kind of pissed. Like waiting.
Yeah, I don't know what I did wrong, but we'll have to figure this out later. I got to get ready and go to work, so thank you to everybody that came by and checked this stream out. Hope you all have a great day, and we'll see you next time for more Elite Dangerous.